There's a place in this world. Open arms right now. Oh, hello. I'm just singing to myself. Getting ready to go live. Well, I am live. But to start the show in about, what, 4 minutes. So this is just behind the scenes. Streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Let me see who's in there. Ooh, there's eyes. Kathy's in the house. Yes, that's right. You hear that in the background, Kathy? I'll be making it rain in your bank account. Kathy, what's the sound like? Could you let me know, please, the sound and the video? Well, the video looks good. Sound is what I need to know. Why is this not showing up on here? We got 3 minutes before we go live. We're live now. Interesting. Okay, I see it. Feel free to do a watch party to tell your folks. Okay, YouTube is set. Be who you are. Shine. Ooh, there's eyes. Kathy. Okay. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. Can you hear very well? Can I hear who? Hey, Marianne. How are you doing? Can I? Actually, you know what? You're funny, Kathy. Ayana is in the house. Quali is in the house. We got 2 minutes. Be who you are. Let your light shine. Peace and blessings, beautiful people. I am so excited. I'm so excited. I'm nervous. I don't even know why. I mean, I know Rickie. I've interviewed her many times. I've met her. But, I think what it is, nervousness is good, right? Because what's happening is, my nervous system is awake to just receive all that Rickie's going to download. We are creating magic together. And when I say together, I mean all of us. We got 2 minutes. Diana is in the house. How are you doing, my dear sister? Nice to see you. Let's play Rickie's song. Which Rickie's song will come up? It's like with Rickie's song, you just find anyone. Do I have? Oh, this From Within. Let's see. Let's play From Within. How about that? We got 1 minute. I am excited too, Ayana. I am so excited. Let me make sure maybe Rickie's in the. Yeah, Rickie, I see you in the green room. You're fine. You put your lipstick on, whatever you want to do or not. And I'll bring you on right after I do the introduction. I see you adjusting cameras, all good. All right, we got 30 seconds. I go live, I do a quick intro, and then I bring Rickie on. Holy, Holy Way. Yeah, Holy, Holy Way is your national anthem. I know that's right, Deanna. I think what you guys should do is post your favorite song. Let me tell you now, we're about to go live. Post your favorite song. I want you to share. Maybe you were going through a challenging time, and the songs that got you through it. Also let us know where you're listening from. That's common. All right, here we go. We're going within. The face of God is all I am, is all you is all we are. I'm excited. Ricky's doing kind of like coming to you live from Cali. But that's okay. When you finish, I'll see you and I'll bring you on, but I'm going to do the intro now anyway. Thank you, Lynn, for doing a watch party. Yes, go ahead and do that. Morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and good day to you wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in to Being You, the podcast, the journey back to yourself. It's a journey back to yourself. You're not adding anything to you. You have everything that you need, that you want, that you desire. So you just have to turn within. Ooh, I love how that happened. I wasn't even planning it. Ooh, that was good. You may not have caught that, but it felt good for me. You got to go within to be you. Anything else is just you playing around. But playing around is good too. But make sure you play around from within. Oh, damn, I'm good. And I'm a mess too. Yep. I am the mess, the messenger delivering the message because I can embrace my mess. Thank you all for tuning in, for listening, and creating the space for you to be transformed. I am Ade, and if you're brave enough and you want to say my last name is Ani Fowoshe. Don't say it unless you're going to get it right. If not, just call me Ade. Okay, it's good. I am your transformational beingness artist, and we're here to remind you who you are. Being you is about supporting you to see yourself in the world, see the world that you're living in, how you're showing up in the world, and see the world in you. It's all about being within. Perfect. So you got to tune in or you get tuned out of your blessings. Ooh, I'm just in flow today. So let me move on. I want to tell you some things. If you're listening to the audio, know that we are on Facebook and YouTube right now. So if this is after today, whatever today is for you, you'll figure it out. There's a recording on YouTube. So we're live. What else do I want to tell you? I want to invite you to share your stories, your favorite song. Maybe we can get Rickie to sing all of them. Not. In fact, she ain't going to sing none of them. She came here to share. Rickie, I see you. I'm coming to you in a few minutes. Just let me know when you're ready. Give me a thumbs up. Okay. I can't hear you, but I can see you. Let me see if I can read. Let me see. Let me tune in to you. All right. So what it means to you or whatever you want to share with Rickie. Maybe you have a question that you want to ask. And I'm going to come up with no... Stop. Yeah. Whatever questions you want to ask Rickie. Oh, I love myself so much. I can crack myself up. Quick announcements. I want to tell you two things that is happening tomorrow on 1-2 Radio. That's the number 1, number 2 radio. I am going to be joining Raven McMean tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, which is 5 a.m. Eastern. And that's no, wait a minute. Yeah, it is. Oh, so does that mean I'm going at 10 o'clock? I'm confused. Anyways, 2 p.m. Pacific. That's all you need to know. And if you're in a different world, just Google it. 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, her show is called Down the Rabbit Hole. We are going down the rabbit hole and see what we can find. And one more thing I want to share with you is, especially those of you who have been thinking about maybe hosting your own podcast, you're thinking about it, maybe saying, I don't think I have what it takes. I don't think I have anything to say. The fact that you're thinking about it is a yes. So if you need some support, two dear friends of mine, Mole Mama, which some of you know, Diana Silverhead, and Caroline Flynn, and myself, we are hosting a podcast at the end of the month, April 24th. And so if you're interested, go to my website. It's an invitation. So if you're interested, go to Life Coach, because that sounds wrong. Go to my website right now. Didn't feel right for me. you're invited to go to my website, lifecoachade.com, lifecoachade.com, sign the mailing list, and I will send you some information. It is time. Let me see if my sister is ready. Do some adjusting. The window behind you, because I want your light to be. Yeah, that's a little bit better. All right. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Okay, not yet. Rickie, I love that you're talking to me, but I can't hear you. I've seen some comments in here. New Jays from New Jersey. Nice to see you. Sandy, where are you? You're in Cali, right? And then Lori is, I think it's, what is, oh no. Wait. You trying to confuse me, Lori? No, you're not trying to. You're actually trying to help me. All right, great. All right. You sure, Rickie? All right. We're going live in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I've been ready. I'm just trying to see. Oh shoot. Where are you? What happened to you?
I saw you.
There you go. I said, oh my God. I saw him and then he disappeared.
Are you holding the camera?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm trying to get it so that yeah, my laptop wouldn't load it in for some strange reason, so I got on my iPad. Yeah,
that's interesting. No worries. Yeah, I want you to be comfortable. So Sandy is in Long Beach. Who else? I look in the chat room while you do that. And
well, I'm doing good.
Oh, you're doing good. Okay, good.
Oh, you want me to look better than this?
No. Oh, if you look better than this, we'll be on a different planet.
I'm just trying to see how to hold it so you get everything.
Yeah, I actually want you to have it in a way where you don't have to really focus on.
Yeah. Well, keep on talking, and I think I'll go downstairs to my laptop and see if I can get it to do right. I did all of this. I apologize. I went to the grocery store this morning. Can you hear me?
No worries. Yes, definitely can. Yeah.
And I hadn't planned on that long line. You know, I had it all timed. And then when my alarm went off when the line, I was like,
it's like not now.
I gotta get home. Okay, this might work if I'm not holding it.
Yeah, I want you to be comfortable.
Yeah, let's see.
So Deanna said, well, we'll come to that, but I want to just say this out loud. Let me put it on the screen because I can. She said, Holy, Holy Way. This song gives me daily strength and a daily reminder of my sole purpose.
Hey, thank God. I love this show already.
Me too. I'm glad we created this together.
Yeah, you're the best. You're just the best.
I am just giving you the love that you give us, Rickie. That's why I love you. That's one of the reasons I love you, man. You're real. You're real. But I think there's 1 or 2 people in the whole world that don't know you. So I'm just going to let you know. Rickie Byars. Her website address is rickiebyars.org. That's BYAR. And
no, BYARS.
Oh yes, that's what I meant. I was just trying to see if you were listening. Yeah, you know. See, I don't have a Yana here to help me, so I'm doing it all by myself.
Just look at the album cover, dude.
Right. I'm going to post it in the chat room. I'm going to get it right. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm excited. I'm trying to act like a host and be professional. But I just want to say, girl, what's going on?
Hey, I want to talk about it.
But I do want to tell the 1 or 2 people in here that don't know Rickie. If you don't, you've kind of been missing out, but now you've caught up. Rickie is, Rickie is a genius. First of all, she's a genius. She's a singer-songwriter, a sacred activist, and an agent of love. If you've met Rickie, if you felt her song, you would know, because she carries spirit in such a transparent way. And you can feel that through her songs. You can feel it when you talk to her. You can see in the way she interacts with people. there's so much we're going to talk about, but she brings spirit with her.
Mm.
The website address is Rickie Byars.
What happened to you?
IEBYARS.org. I got it right. You can find her on all social medias, most of them anyway. The important ones, which is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Rickie Byars. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to memory now. I was going to go back to memory. It's like, whoa, slow down, buddy. Rickie Byars. You can find her there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, psychics and skeptics, physical beings and non-physical beings, all of you, I want you to join me in welcoming my sister, my friend, this beautiful soul, Rickie Byars. Hey, Rickie, how are you doing?
Hey, now I'm doing good. Yay! That was a great introduction. And is this and the podcast is recorded, so I can go back and visit it, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Because many times, as the kind of people that we are, the public kind of people that we are, when we're doing websites and we're doing all kinds of things, sometimes we are writing our own copy. Unfortunately.
You said sometimes. You said sometimes you what? Because I lost you there.
We're writing our own bios instead of somebody else writing it for us. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having somebody else write your bio, you can you're writing it yourself.
Yes,
you're writing
yes,
it.
yes.
But the words that you just said, I can use that on my website, in my bio.
Yes.
Because I would never say that of myself. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even call myself,
I understand.
I wouldn't even call myself a genius, But when somebody else calls you that, you go like, hey.
Yeah, that's who I am.
I tell you, this morning I was acting like a wacky genius. I mean, but by the time I came out of the grocery store, and I saw how I had parked my car, it was like 4 feet from the wall. I was like, oh, dude, either you're real smart or you getting old, girl.
Well, I go for smart. Nobody can contain you. Nobody can contain you. I mean, you don't need that.
Well, you were on my mind. I was like, I gotta shop because I gotta be on the show on time.
Oh boy. And I know what you mean about the intro thing, because when people say introduce yourself or send me a bio, I'm sitting there going, what else? Yeah. But, you live life out loud. That for me is easy to see you. The first time I met you, one of the things I tell people when I'm talking about you is you just have a way of making people feel not just special, but like you know them. Like you love them. You literally open your heart. You just share who you are with them. And that for me just touches me. I mean, you're transparent with spirit. You ain't even hiding it. So let's see what they wrote here. Kathy said, Rickie has empowered the world with her songs and message. John and Kathy Stringer have been changed for the better in so many ways to know her and inspired by her. Love you, Rickie.
I love them too. Them some bad mama jammas right there.
Yes, indeed. So, Rickie, I was thinking today, I don't even know why. I just thought, I wonder how many songs she's written. I'm not going to ask you to kind of give me a number, but your songs touches the soul. But tell us about this love that you have for food.
You've been in the bee hood.
I'm the bee king. I'm always in that. Well, I'll be the king.
It's interesting because to answer your question, I got to say a few things before then. It's like, sometimes when, let's just say I have very powerful friends in the world. I mean, they're like dear friends, right? And they are really famous people. So I'm working on my new website, and I was just trying to get the flow to make sense, for me, and so I went to look at Iyanla Vanzant's website, right? I looked at Mary Morrissey's website. I looked at my friend's website, right? And I'm looking at their websites, and I'm looking at everything, right? And it's really clear. Well, on Mary's website, she was talking about 5 things that very successful people do every day. You know, it's just a little clip inside of her website. Hey, 5 things that successful people doing every day, blah, 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 you know. And it wasn't what she made up, but it was what she gathered from all these people. I don't know if it was Stephen Covey or whatever. And it was like, well, you know, they wake up early, you know. So I'm going like, well, that's great. Because on Iyanla's website, hers was the R spot. And it was like, well, what do you do to keep your relationships together? And I failed on all 10 of those points. So anyway, but over here, you know, it was like, it was like, I mean, when I over there in Iyanla's thing, I was like, oh, poor Michael. So anyway, so over here, so I'm looking at it, and she's talking about the 5 habits, and I do them all. I do them all. So this morning, one of the things that I do is to write, you know, is to journal, right? So I got up, but I do it my way. You know, I'm not going to go through all the things because I'm going to share that in a program next week. And I don't want to blow it because somebody might come on and go like, I already know what she do. So anyway, you ain't never know everything Rickie doing. But anyway, so I'm writing down I'm writing this morning about so many different things, but then I narrowed in, and this is why writing is so important. I narrowed in to the fact that I know what I need to know. What I don't need to know, the knower in me will inform me.
That's right.
But so many times, you know, we think we don't have it, you know, that we're not smart enough. We're still running from some program of yesterday, you know. And this morning I woke up into a whole nother, it was like, and I wrote, and it was like today, and I used my mother as a reference, because when my mom passed away and I made my way back home, because I was going to the airport, I was headed to Phoenix to be with Rochelle McCreary and all of them, Sherry McCreary. And I headed back home. And when I got back home and I got in her room, and her head was turned to the right side. And she looked like she was 16 years old. I'm telling you, she had no relationship to pain, to drama, to all them kids she had, to all the stories of her life. Her relationship was with God. She was in the arms of the divine, whatever you call it. She was on the other side, and she was swimming in something that was so gorgeous and had nothing to do with Rickie. And her life was so much about me and her kids. You know what I mean? She cared about us. She prayed for me. She wanted to make sure I was okay, that I made it through all this stuff. My mom was right there on the side. So now I'm writing in the book this morning, and it's like I have it within me to not be identified with the little fat little girl from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You know, with that pattern that wants to overdo. I can turn my head and be in a whole nother zone, because that's who I am.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it doesn't matter if you can, I mean, it does matter if that's the best you can do. You know, sometimes you get to be people that people consider famous, you know, like songwriter, and oh, wow, she writes all these songs. And they, you know, so we get to be who we get to be, you know, but you don't have to be great like that or known like that, because you're great in your own way. You don't have to be known like that in order to choose high.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you know, in order to really make a better choice. So I love food, you know, I love food, but you know, I have a very fast rate of metabolism. And so I burn very quickly, you know.
That's why I love you. We got that in common.
you do that too?
Yes. So I tell people my stomach is in the oven.
Well, you know, so but you know, so that's why I went to the store this morning, because when I got on the scale, I'm thinner than I've ever been. But I'm also more gorgeous than I've ever been.
Yes, you are.
But I was identified with the others. You know what I mean? It's just like being identified with something of yesterday instead of being present with who we are right now and giving thanks for that. Yeah.
You better teach.
So what do you want to know about food?
I think the show is almost a wrap, but no. No pun intended, but I'm going to milk this conversation. Yeah, I mean, actually, before I continue, can you move a little bit to maybe your left? Yeah, well, without leaning, in a comfortable way. I want you to be comfortable. Yeah, that's
like that?
perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah,
is
we
that
can
good?
see more of you. Yeah, that's good. So
Really?
yes, it is. Because earlier you were sort of close, you were more like in the center. But yeah.
Okay.
Now. Yeah, it's like you've been 2 years ago. It's like I don't know if you consciously planned it, but you were telling no, not that part, but you. But it was part of that part. But what I'm actually talking about is you told us time to fly. I feel like you and I are having like multi conversations.
We are.
We haven't even talked. So like, we ain't talk about that. But we are talking about that.
Just be honest. We can be honest.
Right. But I'm saying you released an album, Time to Fly. Mm-hmm. And it happened at a perfect time. And it's like you definitely have taken your work to another level. You have, your album, you're doing the devotions, you have your own radio station now, Rickie Byars Radio.com. And it's funny, your website, because I went there, I think on Saturday, and I was looking at it. I said, oh, she's changed her website. So I was gathering some information, preparing for this interview. And then Sunday, I went back to I'm like, oh, she's changed her website again. So he was going through all this change. But,
yeah.
The album that came out in 2018 was called Time to Fly. What did that mean to you then, and what does it mean now?
Well, then, because when I write a song, it's a whole journey that I'm writing. So it takes a while to write a song, and Time to Fly took a moment to write. And the writing of it that whole album was my journey on. So that should have been called "Let My Soul Surrender." You know what I'm saying?
But you have to surrender it before you can fly.
Yeah, that's true. But and you keep and surrendered for me at the core of it means to accept and remember.
Yes.
Yes. It's just to remember who you are and to accept. And that right, John Stringer, accept it all and heal.
Accept it all.
You got to accept it all, man, and
that's it.
And heal. So the first layer of that is like there's a point in it that says lift in the air, it's hold me high as I ascend to fly, piercing the air with speed I never owned, faster than I have flown, upward I go, faster than I have flown, upward I go. And and it was like sometimes you're writing about what you want to feel, and sometimes you're writing from where you are. But believe me, from where I was flying just in writing that song. Because when you make the decision, or when you accept what has to be done, when you look at everything honestly, and you go and it's like you can see that it's time, that it's something else. There's a shift.
Yes.
And it's like, hold me high, as I ascend to fly. And it was like, I knew I wasn't going to crash because I wasn't lifting myself up. Something was lifting me, and and the fuel of that was my willingness to let go of everything, and not to hold on to anything. It's just like you have to let go of everything, everything,
Yes.
and it's like, hey, and now everybody letting go of everything.
Or getting dragged. That's right.
Now with this virus and everything, and I mean, it's not hard for me to be in the house doing all that stuff. That's what I've been doing for the last 3 years. That's what I've been shedding for the last 3 years. So I'm very comfortable in this time of isolation. And now, 2 years later, it's kind of like the same thing. You keep up leveling, or if you want to not make it sound hierarchical, but if you're flying, it's like going high, so you keep, like, the people around me now are different than the people that were around me 2 years ago. I mean, some of the people are the same, and and they're there to bring their best, but there are other people who have come on board who are bringing they bring other skills,
Yes.
and they bring other things that you need to
Yes.
help you reveal yourself.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yes. I do. I see it because I marvel at your relationship. What I see from here, your relationship with Ayana.
Yeah.
Because like most of the people watching now, we were on Agape live stream. We loved the choir. And I remember sometimes when Ayana would do a song, "Innocent Love," and she may even do what's the title of the one? "See Me Everywhere I Am." I am in the darkness. I am in the light. I think she did that. And now for her to support you as you are flying, so she's literally flying with you. Not almost. You invested in her, and that investment is coming back. And she does it with so much love. You can see.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Her mom. When her mother was pregnant with her, her mother was listening to my music. So Ayana was raised with my music, and I was telling Ayana the other day, as I'm shedding and getting rid of stuff, and my office is really, really feel more and more like an office and not a storage room, You know what I'm saying? You storing everything from yesterday in there. You ain't ready to let go of nothing. But when you're ready to let go, and I was ready to let go, and it was all this stuff that I let go of, big bundles of paper, like programs that I designed, and New Year's Eve, it just, Christmas Eve, all the things that ministry demands sometimes.
Yes.
And then in all that stuff, I saw a letter that I had written that Georgia and it was an email communication that I had copied because it was that special, right? Because she said on it, because I was like, "Oh, your mama country," and she was like, "Mama, you ain't country, you're a transcendental African." But that's what she. I mean, this was like
transcendental African.
This was a long time ago. This was like 2006.
Wow.
Or something like that. I mean, isn't that deep? In 2007, she was in the UK, and she was telling me about her. She was performing there. She's got quite a following in the UK. So there, I'm reading this letter, and I was telling her that this was a great day, that this band from Skid Row, from downtown came, and we learned their songs, and they sang our songs, and I said it was the best day ever. And the choir sang the morning chant, led by little 12-year-old Ayana Stokes. 12 years old. Ayana don't even remember singing it. She doesn't even remember singing the song. But she knows it. She knows it. So it's like now to see somebody like her be so engaged.
Yes.
In what I'm doing, it proves for me when community is really preparing a place for youth to express.
Yes.
So many times we have youth and family programs at churches, but in the leadership, they are not including the youth.
Right.
Well, these millennials, you got to include them because they know everything that you don't know.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
they
right.
know, and I didn't ask Ayana to do what she's doing. Ayana volunteered to do those things. I had no idea that she did it so well, and that she's learning more and she's interested in it. Like my daughter's like that. I mean, but Georgia's Georgia used to be doing what Ayana's doing, but Georgia ain't got time to be doing this stuff. Georgia got her own domain.
She's flying now. I made room for Ayana. I don't
know why these people keep calling me.
Oh, that's why he's going black.
Yeah, I got a little nephew that's incarcerated, okay. And food day is tomorrow. So he blowing me up to make sure I put some money on his books. I'm going like, dude, you ain't at the Holiday Inn.
I'm telling you, trust me. I had my government experience, government retreat. I understand.
I know. My God, that was deep.
It was deeper than deep. It took me to places I didn't even know existed in me. Yep.
What was the greatest lesson you learned?
And this might sound corny, but it's really what I learned is I have what it takes to get me through whatever I was going through.
Woo!
I'm going through.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because I confronted myself in a way, teaching people about expansion and being free and being creative. Now I'm in a detention center. I can't go anywhere. People are deciding for me what I do, when to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't belong in here. I remember the first day or the night, I remember saying, God, I don't belong in here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't belong in here. Guess what I heard? Oh, you don't? So those other people belong in here?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oops, I didn't mean it like that.
Mm-hmm.
But and how I saw myself separate from them, even though I wasn't thinking about them, but I thought of myself as higher than that. But clearly, life was teaching me the lesson of oneness. And there were times when I just thought, I don't even know how I'm going to get through this. But what I had to do was listen to myself. And sometimes it's like, I can't talk to anybody anymore. Normally, I make myself available, even if I'm sleepy. But my truth then was, I cannot talk to anyone. And there was a time when I couldn't even take call. Well, sometimes people can leave messages, but and they can call too. It was expensive, but I just couldn't talk to people like I was when I first got in there, because everybody cared. They were sharing their love, and they would ask me, "When are you leaving? When is it going to happen?" So to even tell that story over and over was draining me. And boy, I was coming into contact with what I call God in a new way. Because there were times I really felt like I thought I was going to lose my mind, because I've never had that experience before. I've literally excuse me. That was a experience that I can't describe, but it took me to places where not only did I have to lean on God, I had to pull on what I knew and what I know, and I had to be honest with myself. I had to write some letters. That was about confession, because when I thought, okay, in 2 more, I'm thinking 24 hours, I'll be out of here. And we're like week 2, like, what the hell is going on here? Week 3, and then to find out it was going to be, it was 40 days exactly, 40 days, 40 nights. And when I found out, well, they didn't give me an exact date when I was going to leave, but they just said it will be around a certain date. And I was hot. I was mad. I was like, I don't want to be here. Even though I've had 2 weeks or so to kind of get myself together, every day was a new day. And when once I calmed down and I'd spoken to people who'd helped me just kind of remember what is true, and I just asked, I said, okay, God, there's some more things I need to work through here. And what I got was, there's some things you need to come clean about. And I had to write some letters. And really, do you know on your phone you've got a do not disturb? If you put it on there, it won't interrupt. If you go to the notification.
Oh, I got to go upstairs to do that.
You're not on your phone anymore?
No, I'm on my iPad.
Oh, and it's coming. Oh, okay.
But I can I can do like Mr. Rogers and do a little walk through the neighborhood and do
We go through the B hood.
Yeah, we're going through the B hood.
If you want to, but you don't have to. Whatever's comfortable.
I was going to put it on airplane mode, but I thought if I put it on airplane mode, I thought it might.
Yes, I think you just have to put on do not. If you put on do not disturb.
Oh, I don't know about the do not disturb. I don't.
Okay, well,
I learned something today.
We just put it out there. Do not disturb Rickie. She's busy. She's having a different kind of devotional.
That child don't hear this in North Carolina.
It was like, answer my call.
That's what that is. That's all right. Let him suffer. He knows I love him. I got him spoiled.
Yeah, because you were always there. Today it's like, that's weird. She's not answering. Yeah. But really, just to kind of wrap it up, was really get real honest with myself, and and the whole experience was, there were parts of it that was traumatic. There were parts of it that was very enlightening. I mean, there was a time when I was coaching one of the correction officers who was
Yes.
telling me, asking me, it's like, I want to start a business, but I'm afraid. How do I deal with the fear? And I was like, this is what I do. By the time I finished with him, he was like, I'm going to try it. He said, I want to leave a different legacy for my children.
Yeah.
And it was like, and then there were other guys in there who sometimes will call me Obama because I'm always writing, journaling or reading. Yeah. And they will come, and sometimes I'm having a conversation with them. Just a conversation. I remember one of them said, whoa, we just went deep right there. I'm like, deep? This is a conversation I have on a regular basis. Yeah. But what I noticed was the conversation that we were having was having them see life differently.
Yes. And you were in your right place.
Yes, I was. So, that's
you're always in your right place.
Yes, but sometimes we want to say it isn't.
Right.
But, and your song, Wherever You Lead Me, I Will Follow. Sometimes I say, wait a minute. Would I follow? Yes, I will. Wherever you lead me, I will follow. Can we?
Well, when I ask you that question, when I ask you that question, for just about a second, your eyes rolled up, and I got to see your ancestral soul.
Oh wow!
It was so deep, Wow. I got to. You'll never see that.
Right.
I saw it, and it was, it's deep. It's deep, you're deep, like Coach Ade. And you said something else when you were talking. You should listen to, well, you're going to listen, but you should write it down, because what you described, what you did, you said I had to look at where I was and blah blah blah, and I had to get honest. It's like, it's like because when you're in a crisis, you got to look at where it is. It's like, this is clearly a learning experience.
Yes.
It's like, it's like I'm here, and you got to take inventory of what's going on. But the way you said it was was very formulaic. I say, because when you were talking, I was thinking that's what happens in that's the thing to do.
Yes.
In almost any situation where you might find yourself that's totally different, and and that is like upsetting you. But like they say, the house is shaking, but guess who's shaking the house?
Right? Right? It's so true. It's so true, because for me, then I didn't think this. It was an answered prayer. It was an answered prayer. It was me communicating, dialoguing, praying, and meditating about living differently, to be completely free. I felt like my life was getting bigger, but as my life got bigger, I was kind of shrinking. Like, wait, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
And when most of the time, it's not the way we had planned it. And that's why sometimes I feel we feel like our prayers are not being answered, because the answer is different from what we think it's going to be. So we're like, it can't be that. Ooh, depending on what you believe in. The devil is a lie. Oh no, God is talking to you. This ain't got nothing to do with the devil. The devil don't even know you, don't even exist. But the way the prayers are answered, I pulled this thing that I was listening to India Arie's podcast, and she shared a quote, and I had to write it down. It said, by a guy called Sufi Sam. He said, we don't solve problems because the solutions interfere with our concepts. We don't solve problems because the solutions interferes with our concept. So the concepts that we have of ourselves, when the solution presents itself, you're like, no, it can't be. It can't be.
Well, that's why we talk about we talk about alignment.
Yes.
Because God is the problem solved. Not a problem solver. Sometimes we think God is a problem solver.
Yes.
No, God is the solution.
Wow.
Yeah, I
like that. God is a problem solved.
Right. God is the problem solved.
I like the way you phrased that.
Not the problem solver.
Yes.
He's God is she is the alignment.
Yes.
So it's like, I don't know. Sometimes I think we make it very complex. Very complicated. It is complex, but it ain't complicated. You know, it's like at the end of the day, it's like, you know what? It ain't even that hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just got to take a deep breath and go like, okay, where I am is where I am right now.
Yes.
You know, you look around, it's like, well, but God is still here where I am, everywhere I am.
Here, right here.
I hope you were singing some of my songs when you were on that lockdown.
You know I was.
All right,
because your song, everybody here, I believe, can vouch for it. Which gonna lead me to my next question. Your song, for me, takes me back into my soul.
Good.
It's almost like we experience what you're experiencing now. Not all the time, because some of the stories you've shared is the songs that you write. They come from a place where you're not even feeling the power of those words. It's like you're in a place where you're trying to figure some things out.
Yeah.
And then you get woken up out of sleep and the answers are pouring out of you. What is it like for you to hear, for people to share with you a song that you've written, that when you caught the song, well, before you caught the song, you were in a different place, but the song, what you birth out of that pain is a space for liberation for others. What is that like for you?
When I hear other people sing it?
No, when they tell you what the song means to them.
That just, all I got, I just get to listen. That's just kind of like the gravy of life, is that you get to hear, you see food, right? Gravy with good tamari. Garlic tamari, a little bit of turmeric in there. But I think, because like it's the thing that I also come to know. I came to feel that, like in Let My Soul Surrender. It's like, greater, let my soul surrender, and greater I shall be for what I came, for what I came to feel. From what I came to feel, and it's like that is to feel the love from people, to be able to love them through the music, to be able to feel their appreciation. It's kind of like the trees in the sun, and when we appreciate our plants. How much they appreciate that we appreciate it. It's it's like, because they're giving us what we need to breathe. They're giving us the oxygen. So it's kind of like oxygen for me when people go like, "Wow, your music really helped me." But the enormity of that I can't feel right there. I mean, I can hear it, but in my stillness, when I close my eyes and go to sleep. And I feel I feel the gratitude. I feel the ancestors saying thank you. It's like, and I don't always feel that going. Sometimes I'm so asleep I just go to sleep. Sometimes I don't go to sleep. Sometimes I can't go to sleep. Like Saturday night before the B Hood, I was just doing so many things. And I was drinking a lot of tea, and I kind of think I drunk some green tea. Don't be drinking no green tea, man.
So you were buzzing because you were in the bee hood.
The bee was buzzing, and I was like, so I was in the bed, and I was really trying to go to sleep, and I was trying every technique I knew to go to sleep, and I don't know that many, but I know that breathing is the strongest one. So I started breathing. And that didn't work, This happened at Omega too. When I did Omega Institute, I did the chant. I couldn't sleep. And the morning I'm supposed to sing and do my part, I'm up all night. I didn't go sleep till 5 o'clock. I had to wake up at 6 to get to breakfast for that good old oatmeal. But anyway, so on Saturday night, so what I did, what happened, like you arrived at this place when you were in that detention center. What happens when you finally, you can't make yourself surrender. Surrender happens.
Slow that down.
But you can yearn for it.
Yes.
You can yearn for it, but you can't make it. Like Michael says, he says you make it welcome, but it's like you sometimes you can't even get to making it welcome. You can't get to making it anything except where you are. And then that Saturday night, what happened was, I just heard, we love you, like you gotta love even this. restlessness. I got to the place where I could love it. And I was like, oh, this is so great. The way my mind works is so delightful. Oh my God. And it's just like, wow. And I went to sleep. I went to sleep because I needed to go. I needed to rest,
Yes.
I needed to rest, and I needed to start earlier going to bed, but I couldn't. I had to do what I needed to do. So, but once I got, it was just it wasn't a wailing and gnashing of teeth because there was no pain that I was living through. It was just energy, and I was wanting to calm down, and I didn't have no cannabis tea. I got a little buddy to bring me some cannabis tea. I go like, this would be good for you. I had no cannabis tea. And dude, I was right there. And it was like, finally I got to the good thing about not having support, like external support, is you get to learn the lesson that's there for you, And I got to feel the love of God for me as me,
Yes.
I got to feel it, and I was like, wow, such gratitude. Like I got a good incarnation this time.
Yes, you did.
All those wrong choices I made were just excellent. They were the best things, man. Every mistake, I'm so happy I did it.
It all faded into God, right?
It all faded into God. And I might have to go start eating some eggs again. That might not be the right thing, but I know it's going to turn out good anyway.
It will fade into God anyway. you just accept it all, which is something you said that is easily missed. When you were wanting to go to sleep and you heard, just embrace that too. In the moment we accept it. Yeah. That's when we release the resistance. There's no stress, and the body gets to relax. And I'm going to do a sort of pivot, segue with that. We're for me, I really see that we're in a place where, and I got to qualify like this, where people are going through some very hard times. Very challenging.
Yes.
People say, well, it's ends of time, it's already written and all that. Okay. I believe it's a rebirth, a reprogramming, a reboot, and I call it showtime. It's like no more rehearsing, no more auditioning. This is it. Know your lines, and if you forget, make it up. So we're in this place where there's a lot of push, and as well there's a lot of acceptance. And as we're growing through and going through this, what would you say to us? In it, so that we can receive exactly what we need individually and collectively during these times.
Listen to some Rickie B.
I know that's a good one. That's it.
I'm telling you, it's like I know what I get to do this time.
Yes.
I came to sing to you. I came to work it out in my soul is, I want to work it out in my soul, but work it out with the soul's assistance, because my soul already knows. My soul carries it, know, but I get to become more and more porous so that what's in my soul can show, right? And artists, we're giving it. Artists are bringing it, and we bring it. These days, with all of this interesting turn of events where we are forced into an isolation, or to stop, and some people in the hospital and they're not going to make it, and some people will make. Everybody makes it whether they live or die.
That's right.
It's like if you die, people die every day. They were dying way before COVID and way more.
Yes.
But COVID-19 is the boutique. It's the boutique virus. It's the boutique reason. It's the boutique fear. It's the boutique fear. But the thing is, it's like because folks been dying way more,
and will continue to die even after this.
Oh man, they got some statistics in America. You know how many people die just from malpractice of hospitals every year? And in the UK it's a little bit different because they already know if you change the hardware on the doors, from stainless steel to copper or brass, that you're going to you almost cut bacteria altogether.
I did not know.
I know. I read it in the Daily Mail or whatever name that paper is y'all got over there.
Yeah.
When I was over there, I was like, what? I'm reading this. I was like, what am I reading here? And so what they did in Great Britain or whatever y'all, the UK, the United Kingdom, London, all those, the hospitals changed the hardware on the doors to copper to cut down because they know that bacteria won't grow on it.
Wow.
They did it, but they ain't done it in America. It's like they haven't done it. And so the thing is like, and for that reason, a lot of people, not just for that reason, but there's bacteria that a lot of people die from in hospitals just based on stuff they catch when they go to the hospital,
right,
or the way of malpractice. And thousands and thousands and thousands of people, way more people die every year just from malpractice than that have died in this country from that. You know what I'm saying? So, so that, but what it's allowed us to do is to stop, to look and to listen to what's going on, inside of us. And but some people still go do what they're going to do. It's going to take something else to wake them up. That's their journey. That's it. My journey is to do the best I can, is to do what I do. And I came to inspire people. I came to be, I came to learn. And my daughter gave me this. She says, we are here to grow, here to love the world. Here to bring the majesty so rare to see. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and she says this phase is the last. And I'm quoting a song that she wrote called Majesty. And it was just, if we can be close in each other's hearts and minds, it would take no time for us to call the day divine. We are here to grow, here to love the world.
Yes.
Here to bring the majesty so rare to see. I am one with you, you're one with me. Eternal truth that passes by the water and the air we breathe. There's a need to love. Yes. This phase is the last. She says, this phase is the last. She wrote that. Wow. So this is the last phase of this.
That's it.
Like you say, something else is always coming.
There's always something else.
Oh, after the dinosaurs, it was us.
Right. We're going to be the dinosaur of history. It's like, there's so many things, and this whole thing about even death, and because with every death, there's a newborn. We don't have that story. We're not telling us how many people are healing from this disease.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it for me, I feel like the things that where we are now has broken us wide open.
Yes. Yeah.
To hear truth in a whole new way. Because some people are just trying to survive. Oh my God, I don't want to die. I don't want my loved one to die. So whatever you got. Ginger, lemon, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, get that away from me. So it's opened us up. And it's a great time to be alive.
Yes, it is.
It's a great time to be alive.
Yeah. It's a great time to die.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, it's a great time to live and it's a great time to die. It's always a great time to die, because when you die, you're going, I remember my mom. I'm telling you, there's a bliss beyond this, so the thing is, I need to write that down. There's a bliss beyond this, there's a bliss beyond. Now, I'm not trying to, the place is not for me to kill myself here so I get there. That would be foolish. When I did so much to get here so I could taste this good food. They don't have food like this in the
They don't eat.
They don't need it.
They ain't got no stomach.
They ain't got no stomach. They ain't got no body.
No tongues.
They ain't got nothing.
You're missing out.
All they got is bliss.
Take away from this bliss.
all they got is bliss and divine love.
Yes.
And they got a yearning that we would get it. That we would, so I just think that sometimes many of us come down here just in a serving capacity.
Yes.
And not as a servant, like domestic, like slavery domestic, not like that, even though we came there too, but we were great. The greatness was in us. You know, so I'm just really thankful that this time I just get to do what I do. And because I do it, I just want to never forget that, you know, I don't want to, because it's so easy for me, you know, I don't want to downplay it or diminish it in any way. I want to own it, you know, and not be embarrassed to lead with it.
Yes.
You know, because I've been around people who can talk and teach programs and stuff. Hey, I can sing. I can sing. I get harmonies. I get impressions from God, from the universe. You know, it's like from nature. It's like I got a good incarnation. And I'm anchoring in that. You know, if I can tell people, it's like, hey, find something that you love. This is the time for you not to be finding what you love to do. Is to do what you love to do.
That's right.
And to do it and to do it for the joy of it. And that will liberate people.
Yes.
That will, you know, because it's like, first I was like, I want to do what I do for the liberation of my people. No, I'm doing what I do for the joy of it. And that liberates people.
Question, because I love where you took it. What is it like to be free? Yes.
I'm grateful, man. I stand on the shoulders of some great people, you know. And I don't talk about my granddaddy much, my great grandfather, because I didn't know them, but they were some bad mamma jammas. They were bad, you know. All about great grandparents were bad, even though whatever it was, it seemed that they did. They were extraordinary just to live in those times, you know. But my great granddaddy, man, he was a builder, and he, you know, his building. He was a brick maker, coming out of the Emancipation Proclamation, coming out of slavery. He had a brick factory. He made the bricks for Biddle University and all the and churches and stuff. And you know, that Jim Crow came through there and burned down his factory. And he built another one. They burned it down again. You know, he moved to Arkansas, Helena, Arkansas, where his son was, my granddaddy, and they had built so many things. They had pharmacies. I mean, they were like Black Wall Street kind of people. That's the way they thought, you know. And then the Elaine massacre comes in 1919. All the people were massacred. So many Black people. I mean, it's just so when you say what does it feel like to be free? You know, it's like, you know, I got gratitude, you know. And I allow myself not to be incarcerated with the bullshit that flies through the airways, you know, because that stuff will imprison your mind, you know. And I'm thankful to be free of it and to be in the joy of the living God and to be able to be who I came to be. In the B-hood.
I was going to go there. You beat me to it. Two things I want to ask you. Well, I wanted to ask you one. I'm thinking, okay, let's start wrapping this up. But we are, should I say, not but. But the bee thing, because I love the bees, like you know, just when I was looking at your website, it's such a great idea. But before I go to that, we talk about your radio, internet radio, before we finish. What did you learn from your mom's transition? And I want to kind of say this because on Sunday when you do the devotional, Ayana played a video of your mother.
Yeah,
there's something that's so powerful. Basically, she was saying the love of her children kept her alive. That touched me. The power of love. And so anyway, let me throw it back to you real quick. What did you learn from that experience? Because even during and before and during and after, the way you came out and the way you talked about your mom and the way you were being, it was just authentic. And it also, for me, understanding of life and death. So anyway,
well, I can come back on another show.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Hey, Tandi, down there in South Africa.
Yeah, she is a beautiful sister. Yeah, we've been communicating.
So she's wonderful. What? You know, I think the last days of my mom, it was a journey. I got to be with my mother in the last years of her life, the last days, almost the last moment, But I left the house to go to Phoenix, and she left when I left. You know what I mean? My mom, I didn't know that's the way it was going to be, But when I think about the great learning in the serving her, it's like what I learned is that, sometimes I don't know if I can put it into words, but just to love my mom and to be here for her. And sometimes I didn't sleep. You could see my hair getting thin and stuff. I know, folks who see me with lots of hair, and they go, well, it's like when you don't sleep and you don't rest and you're living under stress, because you got to get up in the middle of the night every other hour with your mom and be there. It's like, it was like, it was a journey.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. It was worth it, because I got to be with her in hospice. I got to hear her breathing and, just everything. It's like she was just so precious, man. And she was holding on to that body. Man, she was, her spirit wasn't holding on to the body. It was something biological. She was still there, because I just really felt like she was hovering, but her body was holding on, man. And when she finally let it go, it was like to have been in service and to have carried so much that was like a burden sometimes. And then she passes, and it's like, whoa, I don't have to book anybody for mom. I don't have to schedule anybody to be here. Oh, I don't have to worry what she's going to eat. It's like, it wasn't a worry, but it's like, now you're free. It's like now, so you say, what does it feel like to be free? That is really what I'm acclimating to, is this new freedom, that is that I'm the beneficiary of making the choice to serve. It's like, the gift of that. Like they say, you can't outgive God, but so many times it seems like we're talking about tithing, but you can't outgive. You can't, but it's so much more than that. It's like you can't outgive. When you help somebody, when you here to serve your parents, your children, it's like, the grace.
Yes.
It's just, so it's just all. That's why I have no words. I just got grace.
Yeah. Yes, grace. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for your yes. Thank you for your example. Thank you for being an example that the spiritual principles are real. They're not just intellectual masturbation where we can go, ooh, that was deep. Now let's get back to reality. Because you reflect it. I see it, we feel it, we hear it in your songs, and thank you.
You're welcome, life coach Ade.
I'm so grateful for you. I want to hold you, but no, we can't do that. Next time, I want to interview you.
We do the elbow. We do the elbow.
Oh, yeah, that's true. The elbow. Yeah. And take care of your immune system, people. So tell us to hands and don't touch faces and all that, but what about the immune system? You got to do that too.
Yeah, take care of that immune system.
Rickie, you have a new radio network, internet radio now, 24 hours a day. People can listen to your songs and your friends. What is that like to birth a new idea? And it just what is that like?
Well, it's just beautiful to not have to wait for other people to play your music, because they're never going to play it. They're not going to play it. And the fact that they're not playing it was the invitation to build your own. But I got to say, this came from Mobilaji. Do you know Mobilaji, the filmmaker from Nigeria? But Mobilaji started it, so I can't take credit for it.
Okay.
He was like, you need to have a radio station. I was like, you need to make it. He's like, I don't know how to make no radio station. This is when I was at Agape, and I was trying to keep my ear on whatever was happening over there. And Mobilize is bugging me, talking about starting my own 24/7 broadcast radio station. And I was like, man, get away from me. I don't know them. I said, you start the station. You the one that know how to do things. You younger enough. He said, well, if I send you a mentor, if somebody mentor you, would you do it? I was like, yeah, I do it. So guess who he sends for a mentor? The guy that started iHeartRadio.
What? Wow.
But do you know my description of myself is I'm a cosmic being having a cosmic experience. So I get the one who started iHeartRadio, and he told me what to do. And I went to somebody named Jeff Kushner, who already was compiling music because he loved the music.
He told you what?
Huh?
He told you what?
He told me how to do it. He told me to go to a certain platform. It was airtime.pro. And he said, go here. He says, and you'll be up and running in no time. I think like, not me. I ain't Ayana. You know what I mean? I knew I wasn't Ayana, and I had met Ayana on that level yet. But there's a beautiful man, Jeff Kushner, who loved the music, and he was already compiling lots of CDs and giving us CD. See, the people are already doing it. And then they come around you and they go like, let's do it together. Let's do it together. And that's what happened. And Jeff Kushner helped get us on. And I tell you, by a year and a half, we had 1.5 million hits inside of, not a day, but inside of 6 months. And but I had to let it go because I had to let a lot of stuff go. But people were mourning so much about the loss of Agape Live music. And they were like, you need to get your own radio station. And, so I let everything go.
I missed it when it was gone. It's like, oh God, it's gone. So to see it back in a new way during the resurrection, new birth, is just all of it is just divine. It's confirmation. Just God is. What did you say? God is a problem solved.
Yeah, God is the problem solved. God is the solution. I mean, God is the solution.
Rickie, thank you for being you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be on your beautiful, beautiful show. And maybe you'll come on B Radio and do an interview with me sometime.
Yeah. My answer is yes. Like you respond to me. Are you available this day? You just yes. I'm like, okay.
Oh no, you're wonderful. I love our conversations.
Thank you. And I want to take this opportunity to thank those who are supporting you too. Ayana does. I mean, she's one of the ones that are in front, and I'm sure there are others.
Yeah.
But the devotionals that you do on Sunday.
Yeah, the artists. Yeah.
She, because I remember when you started, there wasn't the prompts and stuff, but then she started putting the prompts, and then there's videos. Just all we got to do is say yes, and keep doing it, keep serving, as you said. So thank you for the space you're creating and bringing sanity to the world, in a world where there's some crazy leaders. But anyway, I love you, Rickie.
I love you too, and God bless you now and always.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Life is good. It's getting better. What else could I say? Thank you, Ayana. Oh, that's what I would say. Ayana said, what a great interview. Thank you, Ade Anifowoshe. Thank you, Mama Rickie. I love how she said, Mama Rickie. Yes, you are welcome. Thank you all for being here, because I tell you, I know I'm buzzing. And what I feel is not just because I'm talking to Rickie, but we all created. We're creating this energy. We created that conversation. The things that Rickie may have said that you were thinking about. We're in this together. We're in this together. And I just want to thank you as I get ready to release this. Check out Rickie's website, and it is rickiebyars.org. Everything you need to know is on there. She's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And every Sunday she does a devotional. Check it out. Find her information on Facebook and do a watch party. Spread the word. Share it and donate something. $1, $2, because really it's about the money, and it's not about the money. You're giving back to something that nourishes you. You keep the energy. Anyway, people, I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I thank God for you. Thank you for being here. Peace and blessings.